Hi everyone and welcome back to this week's episode of Whizbit's Random Gaming. Now I went to visit some family members over this weekend. Whilst I'm there, this is CEX in town, and if I don't get anything I want from this shop today, at least there's a Poundland next door and I can pick up some opal fruits. Limited edition style, baby! Now I'm a fairly frequent visitor to this branch because it's quite local, and like I say, it's in an area where I visit family. And I will say that there is very rarely any retro in the cabinets here, and the front window is a good example of that. There's plenty of stuff to advertise that Halloween is forthcoming, but nothing in terms of retro, and they kind of just pile on the more modern stuff in the windows to try and lure you in. Again, I understand that. But as you can see, there is a Game Boy there, nice yellow one. Just to give you an idea that, yeah, they do stock retro sometimes. Now, as a PlayStation 5 owner with a disc drive, I'm still seeing these compatible disc drives for the PS5 Slims all over the place. Are they still difficult to get hold of? Now, I haven't been here for a few months, to be quite honest with you, and as I entered the store, there has been some changes, a bit of a refit, and I will say it is for the better. It looked a lot more organised in here today. Now, I'm not a massive DS collector, but I did like the look of that Bubble game there for £4. Huge Bubble fan. Every game I love in that series, even the crappy ones, just because of the nostalgic hit Bub and Bob bring to me. Now, GTA Chinatown Wars is holding its value at £25. It's a great game though. If you do collect DS titles, surely you're going to have that one in your collection. Now, lots of PSP stuff, but mainly movies, the UMD stuff, and a fairly decent array of GameCube games as well. And the same can be said for the OG Xbox as well. Now, these are quite niche sort of platforms in a lot of the branches that you'll go to. Hence why they're all sort of put together. They're not really deserving of their own space. They haven't got enough room. But strangely, the OG Xbox outnumbers all of these sort of platforms title-wise. Now let's check out the Wii U section, and unfortunately nothing here that I need, but I will tell you something, that Hunter's Trophy game there, that isn't one that you see very often in any sort of shop, whether it be an independent shop, whether it be a CEX. Now I've picked that one up already. I was in Birmingham at the time, or the Black Country, at the Black Country Gaming Market. There was a CEX just outside, and I managed to find that one in there. It is quite difficult to find, so I would have been picking that one up today. And if you are going for a Wii U full set and do not have that one, I can tell you, if you're going to be coming down here or ordering online, copy here was in really nice condition and it wasn't a cover reprint. Nothing really on the Wii that sort of struck me today as being something I needed to pick up, unfortunately. It's definitely the case with a lot of consoles now that I'm having to dig really deep in order to find stuff that I want to pick up for my collection. And that's no bad thing. In some ways it saves me money. I have become a little bit more prudent, a little bit more fussy when it comes to picking stuff up. But I'm really tempted when I see trash like this. Nitro bike at £1. Sorry, £1.50. Yeah, the 50p is too much. It put me off. I'm not doing it. Now here's Peppa Pig looking like a hip hop star. Biggie Pig. George all diddying in the background right there. Am I overthinking that cover too much? Probably. Now you've got the Mario Galaxy games there, still at a really good price. I do own both, And like an absolute fanboy, I've gone out and bought the Switch version as well. I'll be honest with you, the reason I picked up the Switch version not too long ago was for the ease of play. I do like the originals. I think they're brilliant games. But I wanted the option to play Galaxy 2 in particular, minus the motion controls. Now, some really good stuff on the PlayStation 3 here today. Really good selection, I must say. There wasn't anything, not on first glance anyway. I always go back and have another look after I've filmed. But as I'm filming, I'm not really seeing anything that I need or want. But I will say this, Fight Night Champion is still the best boxing game out there. Godfather 2 is a game I still need to really sink my teeth into. I absolutely loved the first game. I thought it was better than the Mafia game series. It was brilliant, so underrated, that game, and one that I thought probably wasn't going to be that good when I first got my Xbox 360, but I spent an absolute ton of hours on it. Now, I've heard that the sequel isn't as good, and that's okay, as long as it's half as good as the original. When I do get round to playing it, I'll probably have a good time. Now let's head over to the PlayStation 2, the console that I'll probably never stop collecting for, even though I keep saying I'm done. 10-pin bowling there. Oh, I think I'll stick to Wii Sports. Thank you very much. Armored Core 2 there at £15. I don't actually own that one. I'm not a huge fan of games that involve mechs, but the Armored Core series kind of goes against the grain in that aspect. It's one that I am interested in, and if I don't see anything else here today that I really want to pick up, definitely going to keep that one in mind today. It was in good condition, and look at that. Devil May Cry 3. I don't actually own that edition. Brotherhood of Steel is one that looks like it was AI designed before AI was a real thing. It's got quite a high price on it. I'm not quite sure if it's actually any good. I've seen reviews and that online, and they vary, to be quite honest with you. But with people that I talk to in the gaming community, friends and people that I've got to know, nobody really talks about that game. Now I'm going to say The Incredibles is an actual really good game. Okay, maybe not a great game, but it's very underrated, shall we say. And I think that's probably because people think it's probably going to be a kiddie type game, and it is. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be a good game. Outlaw Tennis looks absolutely dreadful, but yeah, I'm still tempted by it. Let's move on before I pick that one up. Now, in this particular branch, the Xbox 360 wall is absolutely massive. They have got a lot of games here. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the games that I tell you can see here are going to be within that £1 to £5 territory. Now, it don't mean that they're actually bad games, it just means that they're games that are pretty much common, and for someone like myself, I'm going to probably own the majority of the stuff here anyway. And the stuff that I don't own, I have no intention of picking up, ever. But as I say in each and every one of my videos, you've got to dig deep. You don't know what you're going to find. There's always the chance you're going to find that obscure game that you've been looking for or that you've never heard of, and you want to be taking that one home because you don't know when you're going to see it again. Before we look at the rest of the shop, let's have a look at some of the merchandise that's available now on the channel's online shop. Now, if you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by joining our membership group from 99 pence a month. Or alternatively, you can pick up some of the merchandise here. Now, I've tried to keep the items as cheap as possible. There's no real profit involved. It's just something that helps towards the channel. So we've got caps, we've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, and I am looking to get some more obscure items in the shop in the near future. Have a look, see what you think. Let's get back to the shop. Right, so as we get back to the Xbox 360 wall, I've told you before, this one is huge. There's just so much to look from here. If you're looking to increase your Xbox 360 collection, this branch is a shop you can come into and just start from scratch and go home, spend £20 and take home a ton of games that you're going to have a great time with. Ninja Blade there was one, for example. I believe it's come down to around £6. Now, Thomas is in the wrong area. Someone picked that up and changed their mind and just dashed it into the land of 360. Now, this game by Sega, Universal War, I think I've got this game. And it's just one of those ones that's been sitting in the collection that's never actually seen the light of day when it comes to entering my console. I'm going to go home, double check and see if I do own that one. Now, this one caught my eye. The terrible artwork on it. The fact that it's some sort of fighting game. I don't know, I'm looking at it. £2. I could get 6 wings for that in the shop next door to this branch. Do you know what? I'm gonna get the wings. It just looks terrible. I know the wings will serve me better. Now let's go check out the Nintendo Switch section. Like most branches now, it's mixed up with the Switch 2 sections. Switch 2 hasn't got enough of its own releases yet to really justify a section. I'm sure that time is coming. Donkey Kong Bonanza is one that I will be picking up at some point, just not yet. I not too long ago finished the previous Donkey Kong game after it's sitting in the collection for a long time, and I think it'd be overkill to really jump into that one just now. Now, Grapple Dog is a fantastic game, £40, but believe me, I would say that one is worth it. It's not one you see too often. Admittedly, I only own that one digitally, but I'll stick with that one for now. It's not a game that I was looking to pick up today. Now, like anyone, I always check the CEX app to see what's in store, and there was a Switch game here that I was looking for. Hopefully it's not going to be a cover reprint, but you never know, do you? It's been sitting in this branch for a long time, and that starts making me think otherwise. Now, Moonscars is a game that I do want to pick up, but you know, I actually want to pick that one up on the PlayStation 5. I don't want to buy that one on the Switch. It's only £10 on the PS5, but there's not many copies in stock around the country, so it could be a bit of a challenge me finding that one in a CEX. Now the Switch section has definitely got some really good titles in it, and some that you don't see all too often, to be quite honest with you. Now I found the game that I wanted. It isn't a cover reprint, so I'm highly likely to pick that one up. I'll show you at the end anyway, as always. Now let's head over to the PlayStation 5. I'm really enjoying the PS5 right now. I'm loving the fact that I'm finding some more obscure games that I didn't know existed. And this branch in particular is going to show me a couple of games that I had no idea existed. Some that I'm quite happy to forget that I ever saw, admittedly. Now, Alone in the Dark there, that is a game that I've been looking to get on for some time. £15 is a really good price for that game. Blazing Strike 3 as well, that's a really good fighting game. And here is a game that Alice Gear, I don't know. Not heard of that one. I can't even pronounce the entire full name of the game. Now this game, I had a look at this in the last branch I was in, which I think might have been Ilford. It was £10 then, it's gone down to £5 already. It's a puzzle type game, which sort of means it's a no-no anyway for me. I think I'll steer clear of that one. Great game there. The Astral games are all really good. I've got them on the Evercade, so I don't need to be picking them up on the PlayStation 5. Now, as I said, there's going to be a few games here that I have no idea what they're all about. Well, I know what they're about, but Orange Season, I'm guessing it's a farming sim. But please, someone in the comments explain to me, what on earth is an Orange Season? Now, Revita is a game that I love. I've got it on the PS4. And at £10, I wouldn't mind having that on the PS5. It's not often that I double dip. But unfortunately, looking at that, they had about 7 copies of that game. And every single one of them was in a different language. Now, whether or not that's because that's the only way it was released in Europe, I don't know. But it really did put me off picking up an alternative copy today. Now, the Turtles Shredder's Revenge game with the added DLC there at £10, great value. Now let's have another look at this game here. Alice Gear Aegis, yeah, something like that. Definitely looks interesting. It's definitely got a strong anime type flavour to it, but I don't know, it doesn't really look like it's the sort of game that I would be interested in. Now, this game on the left here has come down in price. This was quite expensive at one point. I think it's a sort of open arena type fighter. I might be wrong on that one. Let me know in the comments. But I don't know. I love the artwork, and it's definitely something I'm going to consider picking up, even though I'm not the biggest anime fan. I love the whole art style of it and stuff like that. But I don't really care too much for anime storylines. Now, one thing I'm going to say about this branch here in Eastham is that if you're looking for disc-based stuff, and primarily disc-based stuff, you're probably going to find some good games down here. Do not rule this branch out. There's definitely some good stuff that you see in this shop, and I hope this video is a reflection of that. But as you would have seen, we've got quite far into the video now, and there is this distinct lack of retro. And the reason I haven't highlighted it is because there really isn't a great deal. I'll show you a small amount of retro as we get to the very end of the video. But today in particular, this shop has got practically zilch, nada, in terms of retro items and cartridge based stuff. There's just not much going on. Right, so this will be the final cabinet type area that I get to show you in this shop. And as you can see, even when it comes to consoles, they're not overly stacked compared to many of the branches of CEX that you would have seen me take a tour of and vlog. Why is it the majority of Xbox controllers that are third party? In fact, all of them, from my knowledge, are all wired. Xbox don't want anyone to have that kind of fun unless it's got that branding on it, do they? Oh, hang on. There's a couple of retro items here. Couple of Game Boys. And that's it. Really, that is it. So let's have a look at today's pickups today. Yeah, there wasn't a great deal of retro-based stuff in there, which is always a disappointment because I like to document that kind of stuff in the video. But I was quite happy with what I picked up today anyway. I took the plunge. I got Alone in the Dark. It's £15. It's a game that I really want to get into. So I'm really happy to pick this one up. It's a series that I haven't really delved that far into ever since its inception. Probably because there's other horror games out there that I've always held in high esteem and I've had more interest in. But I think now is the time to maybe jump into this game with the PlayStation 5 version. The PlayStation 2 version I picked up not too long ago, and if I like this one, it's highly likely I'm going to be playing that one as well. So we also picked up the Switch game that I mentioned, and it's a fighting game, a one-on-one fighter, and that is the Rumble Fish 2. Now, it's not as sophisticated as your Street Fighter game, or even something like Fatal Fury and King of Fighters, but I really enjoyed the first Rumble Fish, and I've played Rumble Fish 2 digitally, and I quite liked it. And this one was only £10, and I think it's a solid addition to anyone's Nintendo Switch collection. I love the cover as well. The art style is brilliant. I went straight home and I put this one on, as it's really easy to play, as is any fighting game. And yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's not as sophisticated, like I said, as some of your more well-known fighting games, but this is definitely one you could just chuck on and have a good bash at the arcade mode at any point and just have a good time. So yeah, guys, that was Eastham CEX. Not bad whatsoever. I really enjoyed the shop. I like the new layout that it's got inside. Everything looked a little bit more organized. Staff are great down there, really friendly as well. And yeah, despite the lack of cartridge-based stuff and the retro-based stuff, if you're looking for disc-based items, I definitely say that this shop has got you covered. There's a lot in stock here, quite a few games that you don't see too often in other branches as well. So I was quite pleased with the trip today and the video itself. But what say you? What do you think of this particular branch? Was there anything here today that you saw that you think I should have been picking up today alongside the two games that I did pick up? Was there anything that I picked up today that you think I've made a mistake on? As always, let me know in the comments. Consider giving us a sub, give us a like, share, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching as always, and take care.